should do makeup before I continue this vlog. Good morning, beautiful people. As you saw, it is 2 p.m., almost 2:30 because I hit snooze so many times. And believe it or not, this is a typical day for me. I haven't been sleeping in. I actually work night shifts at a post-production company, and I got home last night at 7 a.m. So I got 6 hours of sleep, 6 hours, 7 hours, which is actually more than usual, which is good because tonight I have to go at it again. Post-production is what happens after the film is shot. We get all of the footage and we go through it and, piece it all together and make a movie from the footage that they shot. Now, my job typically is a Dailies operator or a second assistant. The Dailies operator, which is what I'm working on tonight, are the people who are one of the first people to review the footage. The DIT on set develops the footage and sends it over to the post-production house, and my job is to watch all of the footage, make sure that there's no dead pixels, smudges on the screen, no booms or any other equipment or crew members that aren't supposed to be in frame, and that's my job. I go through it and I take notes, put in time codes, and send that away to the editors. It's definitely not one of the most creative jobs in the post-production industry, but it is essential. Typically I wake up around this time, sometimes noon, sometimes 2 p.m. if I'm lucky, and then I have a couple hours to, do my chores. I find that cleaning first thing in the morning kind of helps me get my day in order, especially mentally. I feel like once my room is clean, everything else in my life is manageable. And then I go in at about 11:30 p.m., sometimes midnight. I gotta check the call sheet, but I think they started a little bit later, so I might go in a little bit later. I'm gonna start by cleaning my room and getting dressed and see what happens next. Here I am at work. I can't show you much, obviously, but yeah, so it's 11:30 right now, and I just put in the export, and it's got a whopping 3.5 hours. Yeah, so usually at this point, if there's any other prep work that I can do for my QC report, which QC is quality control, I'll set that up, making sure that the export goes well and doesn't crash or fail for some reason. It's a lot of waiting. I just work on some Skillshare classes, I work on some art. If there's any other prep work that I can do to make myself ready to do the quality control report, anything like that I can kind of get ready and beforehand, I'll do that. But for now, it's just a little bit of waiting. Oh well. Most of the shows that I've worked on so far, I've gotten 2 drives a night. You get one when they go on lunch, and then one when they wrap. So usually I'll get one at about between 7 and 10 p.m. depending on what the call time is, and then the second one will come. The second one will usually come at midnight, but this show, the call time is a little bit later, so I've been getting it at like 2 a.m. And then finishing at about 6 or 7 a.m. So yeah, so it takes a little bit of effort to stay awake sometimes, but I think I've gotten it under control now. Alright, so yeah, it's a little later than I expected it to be. It is almost 10 a.m. I'm very tired. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. At one point I was getting really tired, so I went and washed my face and went and did my makeup. I feel how I look, and if I feel like I look sleepy and gross, then I feel sleepy and gross, so it's one of those mental mind games that I play on myself, that I go and look better. And yeah, so I was hoping to show you what a typical night's walk looked like for me, but since it's morning, you won't get to see that because it's daylight and now people are walking around and there's no traffic. So now I'm gonna go get some breakfast
but since it's 10 a.m. I think I'm just gonna go straight home, and that way I can like have breakfast and just kind of try and reset and get ready for, again, tonight. This is what a typical day looks like for me. Typical but not so typical. Usually it doesn't end at 10 a.m. Usually it ends around like 2:34. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.